Hi, I'm Maria. Thank you for coming by. I'm a startup founder and I have two communities I'm building on Skool. It was by pure fluke that I ended up having two communities. But they are both passion projects, so I've got to do it. So with my startup, I raised 700,000. And then my two groups are Startup Mentor and where we talk about how to fundraise. And then the other one is Science Nerd, just because I love science so much and I wanted just to share. So what we're doing tonight, or essentially what we're going to do, is we're going to look at our metrics in two of the groups, and I will tell you what I tried last night and tell you if it worked or not, and then we'll go from there. That's it. We're going to keep it nice and short today. Okay, let's start by sharing the screen. Let's go into Science Nerd. Okay. So here we go. Here's the Science Nerd group. We have 63 members right now. Okay, it's just a fun place to hang out and talk about science. And let's see, we got our community groups. Community group, community group. What we got? We're talking about various different topics. Last week we had a little competition who would invite the most people, and then we had two winners. So they got to, they're going to pick the next two topics that we're talking about. So I'm really excited about next week's topic because we're going to be talking about epigenetics. And I found some just banger resources. I mean, just I can't wait. I can't wait. So anyway, that's going on there. So let's look at our basic metrics. Okay. So the first one we want to look over here is we had 14 people come visit in the last 7 days. We had 3 signups and a 21.43% conversion, which is pretty good. I want to look at discovery. We improved in discovery. We were at 543 yesterday and we're at 538 today. So 4 points we moved up. Really, really excited about that. I think we're going to end up winning with this one. Just saying. I'm putting it out into the universe. Now, there's something else that I realized, and I think I like this new metric over here. This is the activity metric, right? So in the last 30 days, your group grew to 63 people. So we brought in 12 new people and 32 members, 51 were active. So more than 50% were active. I think that's pretty good. So here's daily activities now. So over here, if we have one activity, it's this real light box like over here. Oh no, that's still 6. Then we got 7 plus activities, 39 plus activities, and 71. I think we only had 79 one time since I've started. And 40. I'll have to go back and see if there's any way to figure out what we did then. But anyway, our best week this week was Wednesday. We had 53 activities. And let's see. Today it was just 7. Okay. Well, today I'm filming this at we only had 7 activities thus far because I'm filming this at 1:30 in the morning. So yesterday was 10 activities. So I think here is a good place to track activity. So let's see, anything else that we want to check for today? No, no, we didn't have anyone new come into the group. I didn't really promote it last night. I was focused on the other group, but let's look at LinkedIn and I'm going to tell you what I did for the other group. So what I did for the other group, which is the Startup Mentor, I decided, because I've sent emails to essentially all 1,400 of my people in LinkedIn. And I know I can do some email drip, so maybe that's what I'll do next, is to go back and just kind of layer it again, because I only did one touch point. Say a handful of people got 2 or 3 just by mistake. But so what I did this time, and again, this is for Startup Mentor, I am part of these various groups. I'm part of these various groups, and we've got Founder Exchange, and this is Startup Founders here, right? And it says there's 224,000 members. And then I looked at the member names, and then I started reaching out to anyone that I thought would be a good fit for the group. And also if anyone looked like, they might appreciate, or if they may be fundraising, right? So, and I, in a number of groups, let me show you. Let's see if it'll pop up. Let's see if it'll pop up. Let's see if it'll pop up. Okay. So I am in groups. Let me show you. Let me show you. Where do I find it? Oh, in the network section. Okay. Okay, over here. Ooh, there's my friend Austin. He's got a group. He's got a group too on Skool as well. Here we go. So we got groups, and I'm in 40 groups, right? So the nice thing about the groups is that there are people of like-minded individuals. And so what I did was there were 5 or 6 groups that I thought were startup related. And so I just kind of started going down the list of the members in the group, like right here, Biotech Startup, Founders Exchange, Life Science Network, Startup Advisor, Life Science R&D, Med Device Startups. And then I just started looking at the people in the group to see if I thought any of them were a good fit. Now, I think I sent out a good 50 or 60 invites. I made a post in each of the group. Let me see if the post will pop up. The post didn't get a lot of, oh, I know where to look. Right. Let's see. I'll go to here. Profile. So I made a post, number 1, and then I started reaching out to people in the group. Now it's a little bit harder for me because I just was only able to reach out to 50 or 60 people, because you don't want to if you do more than 50 invites, it can get you into trouble. So here's an example. I just made this post just to see what would happen. This one's in the infectious disease and drug discovery. So it's like, it said it had 7 impressions. Okay. No comments, no likes, no nothing. But at least 7 people saw, right? And let's see, I did another post. But I also know that, okay, here's Biotech Startup Network, 4 impressions. The more often you post in LinkedIn, the bigger audience they'll put you in front of. So if you post once a week consistently and they see that, then they will post you more often than if you just doing one-offs. So, I just put a little note, and I mean, simple, just building your first startup is scary and hard. Are you raising your first pre-seed or seed? I raised 700 for my biotech, and I'm helping others to do the same. I have a free mastermind on the Skool platform. It's 100% free for those joining in beta. And I am building a classroom with video lectures, and don't be alone, join the group. So a couple of people saw, but I had 0 conversions. Like you saw, nobody new joined the group. So that could be for a lot of reasons, and I'm trying to figure out what. It sounds like these groups are not as active as, some groups are, some groups aren't. But I guess the ones that I posted to are number one. Not, you see, I got 11 impressions here. Oh, 66 over here. This one, 6 impressions over here. So, and just because I got impressions doesn't mean I didn't get any likes. Okay, no likes. So, I mean, number one, it's in front of a different group than I normally do. Number two, maybe I could have worked on the copy a little more. And like it seems like they're not quite as active as I thought. But anyway, so did it work? Did it not? Yeah, I'm gonna play around with it a little more, but was there any value from it yet? No. But what I learned today, I was watching something about sales, and or Russell Brunson, and he said it was him or Eileen, this other lady. They said you have to be in front of your clients at least 2.5 times. So if you're doing a workshop, they need to consume 2.5 workshops in order to, show interest in what you're doing. So I know I need to post more and more and more, and that's going to make a difference. Let's take a quick little looky look at YouTube and see if we had any changes in YouTube. YouTube, my friend. YouTube, my friend. Please let me know if this kind of content is helpful at all, and if you're building any groups in school. I really, truly, honestly want to know. I know I like to watch these, these types of videos because I learn little nuance things. And just the act of making the video, I'm learning a lot, and these videos, and I'm learning a lot. So, maybe watching the videos can also be beneficial to somebody. Maybe. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. What we got going on. What we got going on. Let's see. My videos. There we go. So we just got to wait. I don't know how to edit. I don't know. I don't know how to edit. So we're just going to have to wait. And this is a little bit of an older computer. So it's sloshing around and it's taking its time, and it just is what it is, right? So I have a newer computer, but water spilled on it. I have a brand new, beautiful, like $2,500 MacBook Pro. Well, water spilled on it. I'm not going to pick on my friend that poured the water, just like this on the keyboard. Oh my God. Like, I'm like, no. So it'll work and I can do some things on it, but like a quarter of the screen is messed up, right? And then so like the quarter of a screen is messed up, and I can't shoot any videos on there either. So let's see what we got going over here. Okay. So we're going to start with the first video. This is the update that I made yesterday. There were 4 views. No new views on update number 6. Ooh, the podcast has 9 views. Okay. Some of those views are not my own. So that's hey. And 8 people this workshop, 8 people. All right. Okay. So let's look at the analytics. Let's see what we got going. Any numbers change? Hey, 4 hours watch time. Yay. I forget how many we need. 49 viewers, subscribers, I think we need 1,000 in order to monetize. And then there's a number of watch time hours that you need. And well, 4 is headed in the right direction, right? 285 views. Okay. Yeah, my short is still at 60 views. Over here it says for impressions through click through rate 8.3 and 1.1. Okay. Okay. I think that's all we got for today. With my startup, I didn't have anything major due. I think starting tomorrow, there's some housekeeping things that I need to do. I need to back up my computer, and I need to just do a little bit of work in terms of bookkeeping and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to do at least dedicate some time in the morning to get those activities done. And then I'm going to refocus my attention onto the school communities, because there's a certain cadence I'm trying to keep with the school communities. Because we see these little tiny incremental improvements, right? So if you're watching this, please subscribe. And if you're not already part of the 2 school communities, come join. I mean, I'm trying to get it all pumped up, get some activity in there, and then, have some good people to hang out with. And I'm going to try to put some good useful content on there. Okay. Because they say the more people you help, the better it is. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to call it a night. You guys have a good night. Tell me what you liked and what you didn't like, so I can learn and improve. Okay, bye. Thank you.